Yeah!
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Sneaks up on
Hello.
you.
It does. He really does. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of GeekVerse Podcast, Weekly Geek. I am one of your hosts, the killer of killers, Taylor Field, and I'm joined by...
I am the D-Rex Wrangler, Kirkland Patzer.
Yes, we are here because, I mean, it's Jurassic Park all day, every day, and a few other topics we're going to break down. But before we get into all of that, a couple of plugs. You can find us with your internet connection in the search bar. GeekVerse.ca is our home base. GeekVerseCast is our Twitter. GeekVerse is our Facebook. And be sure to check us out on the Patreon, where you can get ad-free, exclusive, early content available there. It's just popping off right now. We got tons of stuff. I'm going to get some music going in here. We got Mission Impossible retros in celebration of Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning coming out this week, which we will be reviewing. On top of that, you can also get a plethora of other retros like Superman retros. We did all of the original films and the later ones too, going into celebration
Supergirl
of
as well.
That's right, we did Supergirl, leading into the release of the new Superman movie coming out in July. There's something for everyone on there, lots of good content, and I have to just shout out these legendary folks here. Aaron Braden, April of Darkness, Jack Grant, Sam, Superbad Mike, The Good God Loves Me 69, Jeremy Renner, Charlie Randell, and Cocktail Clay. You folks are fantastic. Thank you for supporting the show and everything you do. Couldn't do it without you. But yeah, I think that covers everything. That's we did Last of Us reviews. We have the finale coming up next Sunday, so there's that. We just concluded the Andor reviews, so you can go check out our feeds and get all of the Andor goodness. What else am I missing, Kirkland?
I believe a new side quest episode just dropped with Travis and Dylan talking about some Doom and Darkness. No Darkness, just Doom. The latest Doom game. And I feel like there is another review that I'm slipping through the cracks in my head. But no, I think you got them all. I think you got all the main ones.
Another review. I can't think of anything
Thunderbolts
else.
is just the last one. I keep thinking that we've had another movie between now and then, but
Yeah, Thunderbolts
That's
would be
it.
the last one. Yeah.
okay, never mind. You did good. You did good, kid.
Outstanding. Yeah.
You can come back
All
for
right.
next episode.
Well, we're gonna I guess break into our first topic of the night here, because we got a brand new Jurassic World Rebirth trailer, and also amazingly the tickets went on sale, which is really really
nice.
nice, because I picked up my tickets for that, so I'm very very excited and happy about that. It's really good. But
You got good seats. You got dead center.
I think I'm always going dead center, and I'm
Are you on the
Yeah,
west side? I haven't got my
I'm
tickets
west
yet.
side. West side, yeah.
I'll make sure I'm
West
close.
side. I have to reach out and see if my dad wants to come along, because Jurassic Park, it's a special place in our hearts. So I have to see if he's going to, but it's a later show, so we'll see. But anyways, yeah, the new trailer, tickets up. This is great. Crazy popcorn bucket. Oh my god, there's some amazing stuff, and this trailer is
Juicy?
definitely.
I haven't seen the bucket yet. Do you like it?
You haven't seen the bucket? Okay, well I'll pull it up right quick.
Yeah,
here.
pull it
I'll
up.
right quick.
Let's inspect this. We don't review popcorn buckets enough. I feel like I don't often buy popcorn buckets. It's usually like a big ticket item. I was looking for my Dune sandworm popcorn bucket, but we never got them here in my neck of the woods.
No, we definitely did not get them here.
I think the last one I got. Yeah, no, because for Deadpool Wolverine, I just got the cup. I didn't get the bucket for that one. Taylor Swift Eras Tour. There you go. That would have been my last popcorn bucket I got, which was pretty decent. But what about you? What was your last popcorn bucket?
I think the last good one I got was probably Jurassic World Dominion, and even then it was just a metal tin. I used it as my wastebasket in my office.
They were meant for turds,
Oh,
It's your
yeah.
shitter.
Yeah, when they're long podcast nights. But it's
You modded up your chair. That room just reeks.
yeah. No one comes in here anymore. Okay. So
It's a good deterrent for people ripping down posters. They don't want to go in there.
That's right. So here you go. You can see
That's the bucket, eh?
That's the bucket, and right next to it, to the right, is the juice area where You put the drink with the straw.
It's very sus the way you said that, the juice area. But fuck is this?
Oh man, Travis, get the fuck out of
guy
here.
outta
What is
I am glad he was here to add that in there though, because I was wanting to pull that up on what we were doing Last of Us. I think I had an opportunity to bring that up, but probably for the sake of everyone's better, I didn't. But thank you, Ghost Man, who popped in.
Yeah, person who's not Travis now. Jesus.
A shout out to whoever got that reference, especially if you're not even watching the video and you just got the pure audio. You know, maybe I guess the hint would be Dexter. Season 2. There you go.
Yes, that's right. But yeah, so yeah, there's the popcorn bucket. Looks beautiful. Would love to get it, but yeah, let's pull up that trailer. Well, actually, no. Before we pull up the trailer, we gotta talk thoughts. Before I go, I want to know what do you think about this trailer?
Yeah, I mean, I think this is. I thought the last trailer was really good. I think this is on par, if not slightly better. I think these are just really good looking trailers, and they're doing a good job of just capturing the magic of. I want to say the early Jurassic Park films, but like even like the first Jurassic World, right, when we're still on the island, I think that's just such a peak setting for these Jurassic movies. I mean, that's how it all started, right, with it being a dinosaur theme park, and then we go off to Isla Nublar or whatever it is. We're going to these places, so I feel like anytime we're away from that, it's a fun idea, but usually the execution is just lesser than when we're actually on like the main island doing the adventure. At least that's my take on it. So seeing it here, I thought it was looking really good. I really like our cast. I think they're going to be fun. I mean, they're all just phenomenal actors. So like I've seen them do excellent work. So if they're not that, I would pretty much just put it on the writing more so than anything. A couple quick shots of some youths, some members of the youths in here. We have a little child with a little, I can't even remember what type of dinosaur they had in their little backpack there. Was it just like a 3-horn, whatever that one's called? I just go land.
I like that. I respect that. Honestly,
Sally? Was that the dinosaur?
Sarah.
Okay.
There is a lot of, I don't even know the type of dinosaur that would be. I mean, it's a Triceratops, but there's like Nasutoceratops, I think, and then there's a bunch. I don't know what specific type that is.
Okay,
but you're on the right track.
We'll go with my 3-horn.
yeah.
And yeah, just a couple quick glimpses there. I mean, I can't really judge it on its own, but I just got memories of some annoying children in the past of these Jurassic Park movies. So I feel like it's not fair for me to like, bring down my thoughts by just seeing the child actor in there. But I just got reminded of how hard some of those sequences can be. And it's not just Jurassic Park. Like I just feel like a lot of the times in these big monster movies, more often than not, I don't know, I haven't thought much about it, so maybe my percentages are off a little bit there, but it just seems like their addition to it is just like an annoyance more than anything. But I don't know, that's probably just come out of left field, that thought, because it is so minor in the trailer. But yeah, no, for the most part I still think it looks really good. I think all of the action scenes are going to be they're going to be looking really good, and I think the suspense is going to be there for sure. They're setting us up for some suspenseful situations, whether it's the T-Rexes in the river or the Mosasaur, like later on. It's just like a lot of scenes that we've seen, like recycled. It sounds like it's kind of a bad word, but it's just like in these trailers, they just keep showing us these sequences. So I just can't wait to see it on screen. And I don't feel like I've seen the scene too much. I still think I'll be able to enjoy and get roped into just the intensity when we're actually there for the big screen, because yeah, I mean, it's gonna look good, like the big budget. It's gonna be looking pretty impressive on screen. I would expect it to be, but for what they're setting up, I think it's a pretty fun adventure, especially with like how checked out I think I was by the end of like the last 2 Jurassic World movies. It's nice that I still kind of feel positive on this. Like I'm not just dead to the franchise because of what's happened in the past. Get some 3-horns on screen. I'm there. I'm getting my popcorn bucket if it's available.
Yeah. How do you feel about this D-Rex creature in here?
Yeah, I mean, At first, I thought it was looking interesting, and then I heard the name. I just thought that sounded goofy. I think I'll always think it's goofy just because it's so close to T-Rex. It definitely looks terrifying. It reminds me, and I'm probably way out of whack here because I'm not a big I was gonna say God of War, Gears of War fan, but like it just looks like a Gears of War enemy, the D-Rex. I don't know what it is. Maybe I'm completely wrong there again. Not
No,
a big
you're
Gears fan, but there's something about it. It just reminds me of like a big Gears villain. But it looks terrifying. I really like the scene when the poor bastard's just trapped in there with it, and it made me think of like, man, that's got to be like one of the worst ways to go, just in general, just getting eaten by like a monster. You know, like it's pretty common way of going back to our ancestor days. You know, back in the day, just getting jacked up by big cats and stuff like that, alligators, snakes, but not really so much anymore. You know, people definitely still get attacked by wild animals sometimes out in the wilderness. But just like this element of just a giant gaping mouth just chomping down on you, like just like, okay, you might die quickly, but just the psychological torture of like knowing you're just about to be eaten and then shat out eventually, like that's got to do some damage. So
Are you?
right into their fucking metal popcorn bucket like you are.
Yeah. I don't know. Like if I. You think this guy he's thinking that about being shot out? After
Probably not. Probably subconsciously. It's probably like in the back of his mind. You know, he's like, oh no, I'm gonna become feces. But just a big gaping mouth coming at you. That's got to be by far one of the worst ways to go. And like I said, it does still happen. You know, people die to animals all the time, or just fucked up cannibals. I've seen some scary movies. It happens, but yeah, this poor chap. It's not a good way to go.
No, it's not.
But
yeah,
I guess, sorry, just to quickly answer your question, yeah, I'm not too bothered by the D-Rex inclusion.
Cool.
Is it like a big divisive thing in the Jurassic Park community? I'm like, this is so stupid. Why are we doing this? I'm sure there's people out there that think that.
I think there's some people, from what I've seen, that are they maybe question it a little bit in its design, but I haven't seen anyone really hating on it. It just looks like it's a freak of nature that was created, and I think it totally fits the story. Hey, not every dinosaur you're gonna make right away is gonna come out perfect like you want it to be. You're gonna make some. You're splicing DNA and genes. You're gonna make some really fucked up shit. You know, it's not gonna come out great. So this makes sense. And even in the trailer, when you hear the classic T-Rex roar, but it sounds like someone has the soundboard and is like playing with the settings as it roars, because it doesn't sound natural. Like, oh, that's really cool. I like that. But if anyone is wondering, the D-Rex stands for Distortus Rex. That's what it means.
I like that even less now.
There you go.
It reminds me of like a Dementus, you know, like one of those things, like a Mad Max type name.
Oh yeah. Distortus. Dementus.
Yeah, exactly. Like one of the sons of Baron
Morto.
Was that his name? Baron Mortis? Baron. I'm close. I feel like I'm close.
Immortan Joe.
Immortan Joe, I'm not close at all.
No.
Baron Mortis. Oh
Immortan Distortus.
Yeah, exactly. It fits.
But yeah, this trailer for me was the bee's knees. Oh my gosh, I loved it. I liked the first trailer, but the first trailer didn't necessarily get me super ecstatic and super hyped, if I remember how I was speaking to it before. But this one, it got me there. Oh my goodness. The angle of certain shots were fantastic, whether it's on the boat and ScarJo is like hanging off the side and you see under the water the Mosasaurus's eye like just under the waves. It's like, holy shit, that's just some freaky deaky stuff. And then yeah, you get the famous raft scene from the first Jurassic Park novel that they finally put into the movie here. That got me super, super excited. I can't wait to see that on the big screen. It looked really, really spooky with just the T-Rex going into the water and swimming. That's just I can't remember the last time I've seen like a big carnivore dinosaur swimming in Jurassic Park. We don't normally get a lot of water sequences, and aside from the Mosasaur in World, the only other time we got it was the Spinosaurus in Jurassic Park 3. So this it feels good. It's bringing me good vibes. So I can't wait. It's just the kid stuck under the raft as the T-Rex is like walking into the water and like biting. It's just, it's freaky stuff. So there's gonna be a lot of good moments, and just I'm a sucker too for rundown like in-gen facilities and whatnot. That's why I really like Jurassic Park 3 with that whole sequence. And
I defend that movie.
Yeah,
It holds
for
up.
sure, for sure. And there's just something, I don't know. It's just it's cool just to see these old facilities they're walking through, like the 10,000 volts fence, and the equipment's all shut down. They're in the facility and they boot up the power and they're walking around, and like it looks like the trailer, they go to like this small little like town that was on the island, probably for workers and stuff, and they boot up the lights and stuff, and there's just dinosaurs running around. That's such a cool setting. I really like that, and everything in this trailer just emanates spookiness, and you spoke to it. That scene at the start where the Distortus Rex is breaking out, and the one guy, holy shit, like he dies. Obviously, he's not coming back. But there is just the way he sold that scene. I felt fear in my heart. I can't reenact how well he did it, but he's just saying like, please let me out of here. Like the way he says it, it's like, man, this guy's fucking terrified. He's thinking about being shit out later. And
Yeah,
it's just
exactly. That's the only thing he's thinking about.
that's the only thing. Yeah, but yeah, it was freaking amazing. This trailer has me through the roof ecstatic. I'm trying to think what else there was. Just a lot of these dinosaurs, I don't know what they are. The only one I recognize is the T-Rex. We know we're getting the raptors. We didn't see the raptors in this trailer, so I'm happy that they're saving that, because that's definitely a big one. There's a lot of scenes we already have seen before, like you had highlighted. But yeah, there's just there's a lot of dinosaurs in here that I'm wondering if they are hybrids or if they're all just well, I shouldn't say hybrids, because we're moving away from the whole hybrid idea with Jurassic World. I'm just wondering if they're all like genetically fucked up like the D-Rex, or is the D-Rex really the only one? Because some of these seem different from other dinosaurs we've seen, aside from just the T-Rex, obviously. So I guess remains to be seen. But I was just reading up and trying to figure out some of the history. So it seems like dinosaurs still exist in the world. This is not the last location. These are not the only dinosaurs left on the planet. So dinosaurs, judge from what I've seen in this narrative so far, for what I have found, it looks like, okay, dinosaurs have died in like the city areas. They couldn't survive in like regular like man's world or whatever like that in the cities and all that jazz, but they still survive in like that Biosyn sanctuary from Dominion. That's all still there, so all those dinosaurs are still thriving in there, and there's other tropical regions with dinosaurs
My
are still
in
surviving.
Jurassic, whatever the fuck it's called. What is that game
Evolution.
called? Yeah, Evolution. You know, my park's still rocking.
Yep. There you go. That's good. That's a good game, by the way. I've been playing it a little bit.
I played it a little bit, and it got added to the PlayStation catalog, so I was messing around.
The first or second one?
The second one.
Oh, the second one, with the fact that you can add like the tanks and you can put the water like dinosaurs in there.
I didn't get to the tank portion. I just I like ripping around on my Jeep and just sniping the dinos, you know, and they're causing shit.
Okay. Side note. I told Dylan this, but I set up a game on Jurassic World Evolution 2, and I had a big tank with like 5 mosasaurs, 5 plesiosaurs, all of that, and I set up then a big cage sanctuary with like 3 Spinosauruses, like a bunch of Tyrannosauruses, a bunch of Brachiosauruses. I put a whole bunch in there, and they weren't fighting each other, and I didn't clue in as to what was going on. So I thought, okay, I don't know why my dinosaurs aren't killing each other. I genetically engineered them so that they would be like friendly and more sociable and everything. I thought, okay, so that's what's going on. They're all just being really, really happy together, living in harmony. This is great. So I create a small enclosure. I thought, okay, I'm gonna force some dinosaurs to kill each other. I breed some hybrids that are have nasty traits. They're toxic fucking dinosaurs, and so I put them in there with some herbivores. Thought, okay, like these Gallimimus and this Indoraptor, they're gonna fucking just go to town. And I put him in there and nothing happens. I thought, what the hell? So I put like 10 Carnotaurs and like 10 Velociraptors in there, and it's a super small enclosure with no water, no food. So they have to fight each other. They're miserable. And now I just see they're just dying because they're not eating anything. They're choosing to starve and get dehydrated. So I don't know what the fuck's going on. Finally, I go into the settings and I see a little toggle like make animals like aggressive. I was like, oh, so that's why you can either live in harmony or you can have it like the real world. I click that and my whole fucking game just goes red. Like in the little enclosure where I had like the Brachiosaurus and like 10 raptors all fucking mount onto him and just start eating him, and then my Spinosauruses are getting killed by the Triceratops. Like it was a full on. It was war. It was war.
This is what you wanted. You're as fucked up
I
as
mean,
Dr. Henry Wu. You're
yeah, I was.
You're having your coming to Jesus moment at the end. What have
If
I
they
done?
if they had locusts, I would have fucking thrown locusts in there too.
Fuck the locust. I thought you were gonna say when you hit the setting, you know, they all just start. That song just starts going. Your
the game.
Yeah, your T-Rexes are just starting to smash the Spinosaurus.
Oh my god! Fuck,
Add
could you
that
imagine?
to Evolution 3. Because they mate in those games, but it's just kind of like produces an egg, doesn't it?
I don't know if they mate actually.
Oh, you don't?
I've never.
Okay.
I've
never
never
mind
seen. I mean,
then. I
I've
thought
never
you
seen
did,
that
but
mechanic.
yeah. Okay, never mind then.
Never seen it, but I mean, maybe in the third one they could. I don't know.
I'm not saying, I'm seeking that out. If I get some dino sex scenes in there, I'm going to be dropping $80 on this game. But, maybe it won't hurt. And then D-Toll shouting out Zoo Tycoon. Zoo Tycoon was fantastic. I played the shit out of Zoo Tycoon.
That was good. And you could get dinosaurs in Zoo Tycoon. So.
Yeah, that's right. It was before Jurassic Evolution. It was the blueprint.
Yeah, it was. That's right. Cool. Well, yeah. Let's pop that trailer open and let's take a little closer look.
Yeah, let's pull that up. I was stuck on this guy because he was just giving me a dirty look. This
gosh, he looks like a dragon.
Pterodactyl looking thing. Yeah, I like the stripes, but it's just like the nefarious eyes. It's kind of pixely, so it's kind of hard to see. But
that is freaky. Oh my
Let's
god.
go back to the start here. Let me know if you got audio. Turn it down if you need.
Oh, can you go back for a quick sec to that first scene? I just want to see what that logo was. Okay, so it says InGen. I love that. Oh yeah, we're going back to basics. InGen, the good old days.
Back to formula.
Yeah, back to formula. So yeah, things are clearly going okay, except now people are starting to shoot. We have to remember that this is. I mean, the technology looks pretty advanced, but we have to remember this is like the 90s, right? This is before the first part.
Yeah, it's almost like they tried to do like the Star Wars thing, where they try to like keep. Oops, I didn't go back enough. Where they try to keep the technology like kind of looking old, but still like clean and modern-ish. Because like, I don't know, if this is modern day, you don't have these dinky screens. You got like nice big, fucking 54 inches OLED, just glass panels like what they got on Pandora. This looks a little ancient, but yeah, it's definitely got a little bit of a modern look to it. But
yeah, for sure.
Good reminder though that this is set around then.
Yes, because I think people might get confused. They might think that this is like present day.
Yeah. And this
oh
fucker,
god, this poor guy.
Like, especially when you just see the mouth reflection. Like, come on, he knows he's done.
Oh, he knows.
It's over for
yeah,
you.
yeah.
And it grabs him too. It doesn't even just chomp him.
It's just keeping him alive.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Blade
we're heading to
will
this
never be Blade.
island. No, never be Blade.
Oh,
Look at that,
10,000
beautiful.
volts. We got like a 10-year-old that took that in Jurassic Park 3. No problem.
That's right. That big piece of equipment. Sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good.
I was gonna say that equipment looks like the ones that they used on Pandora, taking out the Tree of Souls.
Yeah, it does. When they see Jake Sully smashing some blue cheeks on the cameras.
That's right. Yeah. So here we got. Now go back for a second. I was thinking because we saw a double-headed raptor in the other trailer, but I mean that looks like it's got wings, 2 heads.
Yeah, I kind of thought it was a pterodactyl, but it's like you can't see the back of the head, right? Because the pterodactyls kind of have that point.
Yes.
Like the little aerodynamic whatever.
It looks like it's got like
kinda
3
looks
arms
beaky.
too.
Kind of looks beaky.
It does, yeah.
But yeah, I don't know what this is.
It doesn't
The
say
third
anything on the
leg.
door, does it?
Let me turn off my subtitles. Moot. What do you read that as?
So let's say I see a DON, Mutadon. Mutadon.
Mutadon.
Okay, well let's do a quick
Sounds like
googly
a
here.
mutant.
Oh wow, okay, there's a Reddit thread. Mutadons revealed, and there's like a bunch of exclamation marks. So someone's clearly excited about this. Okay, so yeah, it shows the dragon from the end of the trailer here, and there's that. Okay, so let me see. If you look closely, it's attempted hybrid of a pterosaur and a velociraptor. Oh my god.
Pterosaur.
So pterosaurs are basically
the flyers.
they're the flyers, yeah. So they're like your pteranodons, your dimorphodons, your Quetzalcoatlus, which Quetzalcoatlus is the one we're seeing in the movie. That's the big guy in the Aztec ruins or
That's a
whatever
sick
it is.
name. I like that a lot.
Yeah, it's quite something. But yeah, okay, so they tried to make a velociraptor and a flying bugger into one. That's crazy.
Those bastards. They never asked if we, too busy asking if we can. Never asked the question on if we should.
That's right,
This is what
exactly.
We get mutadons.
Mm-hmm.
You think we're gonna see one of these like moving and kicking ass, or is it?
Well,
just gonna
apparently
be this
that's what you were looking at. We were like locking eyes.
Oh,
with,
okay,
with
but it only had
big
one
fella.
head, right?
Only had one head. Yeah. But apparently it has. We'll get to it. It has some other things.
Yeah.
Oh, the T-Rex.
That's a pretty mutant looking T-Rex, right? Like that
Yeah.
one's pretty basic.
Looks pretty normal. I mean, there could be something that we don't see from this angle. Maybe it's got some big something or whatever the T-Rex should
Just a
have.
big cock. We just can't see.
Yeah.
It's like he's completely normal. He's a completely normal T-Rex, except for his giant cock. He's got
The real D-Rex.
Take a moment to just like also appreciate the scale of his hands to his feet. Like that's just ridiculous.
Yes. Yeah.
And like at first I'm like, how can that thing swim with just those little arms? But like I imagine his head kind of floats, and then he's got these big fucking pedals down here, and then the tail.
Yeah,
is
they're
just a
big
good-
fucking beaver feet.
Yeah, and then the tail is just a perfect rudder to just kind of swim along there. So
Yeah.
I buy it.
I don't know if I could swim with just my feet. I'd have to use my hands.
No, but like look at those muscles though. Like
Oh yeah.
the thunder thighs that this thing has.
It's
This little guy, like look at them, like paddling. Like,
What is the guy doing with his hands? Oh.
like you're fucked. Come on, there's no way. I'm sorry. I don't know what I'm doing in that situation, but I'm. My last rites, I guess, is what I'm doing.
Yeah, I don't know what you do in that situation. And so this point looks like, okay, this is the group that's... Yeah, there's the weird fucking vocalized fucked up T-Rex audio.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't quite hear it the first time.
Yeah, you can hear it
Reminds
just
me of
sounds
King
all
Kong a little bit.
fucked up. King Kong.
Yeah.
So this is I'm assuming that's before the family meets up with the group, because we haven't...
Yeah.
Because we know that it's a family that gets stuck here, and then the group, the research team going in, manages to connect
Jurassic
with
Park
them
3,
and
man.
saves
It's
them.
like we're doing the same thing again. I like it.
Yeah, I agree. But yeah, so that's... So far, this trailer just looks amazing. Visually, it looks great. And I've always been a stickler for them doing too much CGI, so I hope we get a level of practical effects, but the CGI looks really, really good.
Yeah, I'm always when it's like a sunny backdrop like this is when it bugs me. Not so much when it's just like the creatures on their own, but when it like mixes with humans. So we'll see if in those scenes they have hopefully some practical stuff. These little stripes that these guys have, these long necks, is that normal? Because the big flyer at the end, I noticed had stripes like that. So I wonder if it's just like I wonder if the D-Rex has that too. But
The
like,
T-Rex has stripes on it as well.
There you go. Maybe that's something to do with them just gene splicing, whatever the hell they're doing here.
Yeah, I think these ones are more mutodons because I don't know of any long necks like this that have kind of that webbed tail. Again, they all just seem like dragons.
Yeah, that's a good point actually. Big migration here though. Yeah, those tails. Okay, yeah, those are freaky.
I guess the webbed, they cut kind of like a webbing on their neck, like their spines, and then they got tails like that. It's just very different. I don't know what dinosaurs they are.
Very Pandora. You probably can like, link to the Earth with those things. So yeah, like this scene, we'll see how this CGI looks on the big screen with these humans, and then like just the CGI sun in the background. Like that doesn't look bad, but
Let's go.
yeah.
If we get this DNA, millions of lives are saved.
Maybe we should make this quick, huh?
Make this quick, huh? That's the Quetzalcoatlus.
Okay. Looks like
There
it had
was
more
one
rings
in.
on his neck too.
There were some more rings.
On his neck. Go back. You said there was one where?
There was one in Dominion. It's the one that took down the airplane, I believe. Oh yeah, common reoccurring theme here. Okay.
Yeah. We're piecing it together.
We put ourselves in a place.
Let's go back to the D-Rex.
Survival is a long shot.
That's kind of our specialty.
And do we know what island we're on? Like, it's not any island that we've been to before.
I don't know. I mean, in Jurassic World
Okay.
Evolution, there's the five deaths, the 5 islands, Cinco de Muertes, I believe. So you got Nublar, Sorna, and then you got the 3 others. I'm assuming that. Well, I don't know. I feel like people have been talking that this is not in that island chain. This is somewhere. I don't want to say because I could be wrong.
Yeah. No worries. There you go.
Now that's definitely very CGI.
There's the 3-horn.
3-horned.
That's a terrifying image. The big orifice in the back. Look at that.
And this is where it gets good because the movie I think is going to start off where it's it's nice and sunny and bright and everything. It's still scary, but then it gets darker and darker into this set piece. This is just the smoke and everything. This is spooky. It looks like the island is located in the Atlantic Ocean near the location of the original research facility for Jurassic Park. So I guess it is close, but yeah, there you go.
Oh, pardon me. Yeah, no, I just love the setting here with the nighttime and the lights and the smoke. It's creepy.
Oh, maybe I got that wrong. Barbados. That'll be the
Barbados.
Caribbean. That'll be in the Caribbean, so maybe that's where
Barbados
it's
land.
actually supposed to be. Anyways.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, so there's
Man,
your
like-
Xeno.
Yeah, exactly. Like that's a Gears villain. Look at those teeth. Big fucking kind of looks Covenant like with the head, like an arbiter a little bit,
It kind of does, actually,
the
yeah.
elites. We're crossing over here. I couldn't tell any rings, but we didn't really get a good look at that one.
Yeah, this little town area. Oh, my gosh.
Look at that thing. Yeah, this looks fun. Qualtech.
What is it? Qualtech. Interesting.
Yeah, this guy.
Oh, yeah. A velociraptor mixed with a flying dinosaur. That's freaky.
Yeah, they need Dr. Grant with his little kazoo so he can like talk to them like he did.
Oh, yeah. His resonating chamber of a velociraptor.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. I know that the original pitch for Jurassic Park 4 was to do dino-human hybrids, and I hope to God that they do not do that in here. Just have these weird, fucked up dinosaur hybrids. Let's stick with that, but don't put a human one. I don't want to see a human with wings in this. Please, no.
They reveal this is Billy from Jurassic Park 3.
Yeah, because he got bit. He got bit by the. By that dinosaur.
He got fucked up by the pterodactyls, didn't he? When he was,
Yeah, he got fucked up. That's right.
he's like, watch this. There goes my hero. And then he just died.
Like
violent death.
Animorphs, basically. Could just turn into one.
He's like trying to communicate with our heroes here. Like, hey guys, it's me. It's Billy.
I rescued your hat.
Oh, what a
Goddamn.
twist. Please don't
This
make
whole-
that actually thing.
No. This whole sequence gives me like Jurassic Park 2 vibes where Ian is in that compound and the raptors are like chasing him.
Oh, yeah. I mean, what else do you do with dinos, right? You just
source. We found it? No.
try and outwit them.
That's right. Oh, I can't wait for this whole sequence. This is going to be great with the Mosasaur.
This reminds me of Godzilla -1 when like they're out at sea with Godzilla. This is just the vibes it's giving me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's actually a good comparison. That boat's got to be made out of just vibranium to be surviving that.
Oh, yeah.
Jesus Christ. Oh, and the eye.
eye.
Oh,
Yeah.
my God.
When I saw
And
this,
just this
like
shot.
I know she's going for the eye. Like I'm telling myself she's going for the eye, but also part of me is like, what the fuck are you gonna do with this monster? And you're shooting like little 22 gauge bullets at this thing, but again, probably going for the eye, going for the vulnerables. So I'm sure it'll be effective. But when you see this Mosasaur, it's like, come on.
Yeah,
You're
what
gonna
are you
fucking
going to
take
do?
out Free Willy here with your little pea shooter? Like, look how small she is in comparison to her gun, and then you got the giant Mosasaur, and that's kind of a small one, isn't it? Compared to like what we see in
Yeah,
Jurassic World.
I would say it's smaller. The one from Jurassic World definitely was a bit bigger. It's packing some meat.
Is that just a thing though? Like they can just kind of be all sizes, the Mosasaur?
They can.
Yeah.
There's some big ones and some little ones. Yeah. When I look at this too, I'm wondering like how are they supposed to get its DNA? Because they need the DNA from this, they need the DNA from the flying one, and then they need the DNA from one of the. Ooh, it could be the T-Rex, but I don't think so. I think it's one of the long necks. I think those are the three that they need DNA from.
But
So
not
that's
the
why
D-Rex.
I don't think the D-Rex, because I think that's going to be a surprise. They're not going to be expecting that D-Rex on the island.
Okay.
So, yeah, that's why they're here dealing with the Mosasaur.
Right. Yeah, they don't really. I mean, maybe I missed the trailer, but they don't really talk about it that much, like what their goal is. But again, maybe
well-
they did, and I just completely went over my head. I was mostly just interested in the big dinosaur scenes.
Oh yeah.
And at
Well-
the end of the day, that's why I'm watching these movies. You know.
In the first trailer, they talk about how they just need to get the DNA from the three biggest dinosaurs in this area, and then they can develop cures to save humanity from diseases and all that kind of stuff. So that's their MO.
There you go.
But
Yeah.
we'll see how that goes. Cool. Well, yeah, there you have it. We broke down that trailer. That was all kinds of fun. Anything else you want to add?
2nd. We got a question here from the great D Toll. Where was it? Do you think this movie will have an effect on Superman's box office? So this is coming out first, July 2nd. Superman's going to be releasing July 11th. So a little bit afterwards, like about a week, and I think it will have an effect. It'll be hard to like really gauge. Because to me it makes me think that it'll have an effect on the longevity. I think like the reoccurring, just viewership of people going back to see Jurassic World. But like I don't think it'll be that noticeable because there is some crossover amongst like the audience members that would be going to see it. Like both these movies are kind of accessible for all audiences. I think this one looks a little bit scarier, a little bit more mature maybe than like what Superman would be shown, just with how some of those intense just dinosaur sequences are, the D-Rex, and then just like the other night sequences. But I still think that there'll be some crossover there, but I don't know. I also feel like there is some crossover there, but for like the diehards, I don't know. I just see it as a Venn diagram where there's a lot of middle. There's a lot in that middle circle for people interested in both of the projects, Superman and Jurassic World there. But so yeah, it's definitely a lazy answer. I think it'll have an effect, but it's not going to be anything that's like super noticeable. But it's also tough to judge because I haven't seen like the what's the word? Like the control study of like what it would look like. I'll never get those results, but yeah, my initial thoughts, yeah, I think it will, because it is only a week apart.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it will affect it.
Yeah.
Between the two, I think you got a lot of how do I say this? I feel like my parents that generation grew up with the Superman, Reeves films, all that kind of era of just Superman popping off, right? And so now with my generation, I feel like the millennial generation, we grew up with Jurassic Park. So I feel like, okay, when you look at this now, the millennials got kids. We're going to be going to see Jurassic Park, Jurassic World Rebirth here. And you know what? I think we're going to be like, hey, let's bring our kids, because what kid doesn't like dinosaurs? All kids like freaking dinosaurs. So I think it's going to kind of come down to like, hey, you know, maybe my kid likes superheroes, but it's not a Marvel movie.
We're on hijack. That was not me. I know that was not you because you were the one talking.
God.
Some mysterious individual just entered the room and started playing videos. But carry on.
Oh my God, that fucking guy. But yeah, where was I going?
Who doesn't love dinosaurs?
Yeah, who doesn't love
Our
dinosaurs?
generation going to be taking kids to it.
Yeah, I think. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, I was interjecting. You finish your thought, and then I'll ask a question.
I think that it's going to come down to people that have grown up with Jurassic Park, Jurassic World, all that, and they're going to be like, hey, I want to take my kids to see a dinosaur movie. Kids love dinosaurs. They're going to probably enjoy this. And so I think between the two, I think Jurassic World's probably going to get the money. And I think too, as well, people know, well, not the GA maybe, but hey, this is picking up on a new story. This is going to be different characters, all that kind of jazz. God, how many accounts does he fucking have? God damn. This is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Anyways, what was your question?
So like you think this is going to do better than Superman? Kind of by the what you were hinting at there. I don't
think
want to put
it's
words in your
gonna-
mouth, but
No, I think that's absolutely safe to say. I think it's going to do better than
Wow.
Superman. And when I look at my movie draft picks, I feel, yeah, I didn't pick Superman. I picked Jurassic World. So I'm
man.
$1 billion movie right there. I don't think Superman's going to make $1 billion.
You think this Jurassic World will?
Every Jurassic film has made $1 billion,
you serious?
except for number 3.
Jurassic Park 3 or
Jurassic
World
Park
3?
3, yeah.
What a damn shame. That one deserves a Billy.
It does. I'll quickly get the numbers here. Where is it? Here we go. Jurassic Park franchise box office history. So the budget for Jurassic World Rebirth is 265 million. Okay. So Jurassic Park 1 worldwide box office 1 billion. Okay, sorry. So there's two. The Lost World Jurassic Park 618,000. And then sorry, not 618,000. That's fuck. Let me
That is a
start
low
over.
one. Yeah.
Yeah, it bombed. Killed the franchise. So Jurassic Park 1 made 1,058 million. And then Lost World Jurassic Park worldwide box office 618 million.
Okay.
And then Jurassic Park 3 365 million. Jurassic World 1.6 billion. Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom 1.3 billion, and then Jurassic World Dominion just over 1 billion by an extra 4 million. So it's
Wow.
up there.
Okay. There you go.
Yeah, and this looks like it's going to be. I mean, if this is, which I hope it's accurate, this will be the biggest budget for Jurassic films so far. So it's definitely up there. It's up
So
there.
it better make some money. with the
Better
big
make some
budget.
money.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean it's interesting because like before you brought up all those numbers in my mind, I just thought Superman would just do better. That's just kind of where my thoughts are on that, and like kind of getting back to what Deto's question was on like, do you think this movie will have an effect on Superman's box office? I think it would have an effect, but in like the more positive side for Superman. Like I just think. And like maybe my thoughts are skewed there. Maybe I'm completely wrong, but I just picture people looking at the two projects and we could go see Jurassic World or Superman's out next week. Like we just wait for that. But I don't really have a lot of substance to back that theory. That's just kind of what I feel off the cuff. And I don't know. I didn't think this one would be $1 billion, but like now that you just showed me the numbers, and just looking at the other pieces to the puzzle for this movie, I think it would be $1 billion. But I also always thought Superman was also going to be $1 billion. So, and like $2 billion movies a week apart, that's pretty impressive if they're able to achieve that.
Yes.
But yeah. Yes. Thanks, Etoll. That's what I'm doing. That's why you're here, man. Thanks for being here.
We got one more question on this from Charlie Randell. Is there anything new or exciting you guys are looking forward to about Jurassic Park that separates it from the other films in the series, or just hoping for a good movie that is more the same?
Hold on, I gotta pull up that question because I definitely heard you say it, but it's like I only heard like half of this, and I did look at the question already. But is there anything new or exciting? I mean, I'm just hoping for like especially with Jurassic World coming out, and when we had like the gene splicing things or like the clones, like I feel like every Jurassic movie kind of brings a new type of dinosaur to the table, whether it is manufactured or if it's just a new species. Obviously, we're getting the D-Rex. That's something we've never seen before. And then some of the other kind of like mutant ones. So I'm just interested in more flavors, I think, of the dinos and the monster threat that we're going to be seeing. So, yeah, I mean, in terms of it separating, I feel like the things that I love the most about those Jurassic movies, not just like the world building and the adventure side of it, but like is those suspenseful, like where it's just like a monster movie, and I think they show a lot of that in this trailer. So, I mean, it doesn't really separate it from the other ones because that is something that the earlier films did really good, was just build upon that suspense, and I think we should stick to that sort of element in these Jurassic movies. It's just a really fun, I don't want to say cliche because it's not really cliche. It's just like it's just an event of having monster movies when we just have like our heroes super vulnerable. They're not going to just beat the shit out of these dinosaurs with their fisticuffs. They're going to have to outwit them, and most of the time just get lucky. But yeah, I think what it would be that separates it is based around our human characters and kind of how they're able to tackle the threats or just their motivations. But I could also see it just kind of following a similar pattern of what we've seen already in the past. And as you already laid out just recently, Taylor, they're just like the numbers that they make. Like they don't really have to change much about these films. I feel like it's a type of film where it can kind of like it's easier. No, let me rephrase it. It's harder to fuck it up, I feel. So I think that's why when, in my opinion, we get to like the Fallen Kingdoms and Dominions, where I just think it's atrocious with some of like the writing decisions that they make. It's like, why are we overcomplicating these movies? It's fucking dinosaurs on a on an island and human threats and let's just survive from the dinos. I think when it is a more simple story, it's just better. Less is more, whatever the saying is. But yeah, sorry, Charlie, if that did not answer your question at all. I kind of got rambling there, but yeah.
Oh, well said. Yeah, I don't have much else to add on top of everything else in regards to this, but I'll just say stuff that I'm more excited for is just the more callbacks that we have to the original novel. Every Jurassic Park film, including the World trilogy, has lots of bits and pieces of that original book. And it's funny because Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom has some direct quotes right out of the first Jurassic Park book. It's really funny, actually. But Jurassic Park 1 obviously is based on that novel. They changed a lot, but Jurassic Park 2 is based on that novel. They changed a lot. And Jurassic Park 3 is a combination of both those novels with several familiar elements. And then, the rest is all just inspiration for the most part. So the fact that we're getting that raft scene, that's huge. I don't necessarily want more of the same when it comes to the World franchise, because I think it was a cohesive narrative, but I don't think it was anything to write home about. There are definitely some things I really like, but it's definitely not the bee's knees. I want them to go to what is familiar, like go back into that park era, because the park era was dark, it was gritty, and it feels like it. And I mean, Jurassic Park 3, like we love it. It's a very underrated film. I think a lot of people they don't like it, but it's great. It's fun. It's just it's like if we got an extended version of like the cast in Jurassic Park 1 didn't get off the island right away, and we had to spend like a few more days with them trying to survive on the island, and this is just the fallout of that, them dealing with all this shit. So it's a great movie, and I hope that this captures a lot of that, and I hope people can appreciate it and not write it off, because there's a lot of fun to be had.
Yeah. No, absolutely. I
Cool.
think oh no, I just lost what I was gonna add on to what you said there. Oh, it's gone now. Whatever.
Oh, can I say something to remind
Yeah.
you?
Remind me, please.
So fuck, what was I even saying?
Oh, we're so fucked. Let me remind you. What was it? Spin cast there.
Yeah. Okay. Well, if nothing else, then let's.
No,
No?
it's gone.
Oh, okay.
It's gone forever. Forever hold my peace.
Okay.
I'll bring it up
we're
on the
gonna-
review if I
Yeah. We're going to take our first ad break, and then we will continue on into some other trailers. So we'll be right back. And we are back. So, which trailer, Mr. Kirkland, do you want to start with?
Mr. Me, who I heard some people comments with me saying that, but what the fuck what were my other trailers that we talked about here? Oh yeah. I'll start at kind of the lower end of my hype. The Zootopia 2 trailer or whatever this was. I guess we kind of see some villain here. Like we get what I'm just gonna call the big bad wolf from Puss in Boots. It just crossed over to Zootopia 2.
Yes.
Looks like the exact same type of look. We didn't see what creature it was, but like very much capture. I don't think it'll meet what they're able to do with the and it's not actually the big bad wolf. That's just the vibe I'm getting there. But if they're going for a
D-Rex.
character like that, the big D wolf has a little bit of a different vibe to it there. But I mean, it's still like a fun trailer. I really like Zootopia. I don't think it's like top tier, but I really like the world that they introduce in there, and just like the different biomes of like the world of Zootopia. How you just have like the different creatures living in their different environments. I think it's just a fun world that they introduced, and I like the cast enough. Like I think the characters have fun enough dynamic, and there is a lot of characters in that movie, and I think a lot of them, a lot of them are kind of nothing characters, but some of them are pretty memorable. And this just kind of felt like a sizzle reel of just, this is the world and these are the characters, and it looks like they're coming back. And now our two mains have like a snake with them that'll be part of the adventure. So yeah, I don't think it was anything in terms of like an amazing trailer, but just a good reminder that this is coming. And yeah, I don't know. I like Zootopia enough. I'll be here for the second one for sure.
Yeah, when it comes to Zootopia, I like that first one. I don't think it needed to have a second one, but money talks, and here we are. I'm sure someone in this trailer didn't do anything for me. I'm sure some people out there, this was the bee's knees, and it was definitely doing it for them. But I'm watching this trailer, I'm thinking, fuck, this did nothing. The only context I got was that there was a snake. Which is kind of cool. But yeah, I don't have much to add. It just looks like they're on the run from the police, and it's like now they're the criminals, I guess now, or they're trying to like, I don't know. They're accused for something, and maybe they're trying to just like get the truth, and I don't know, something like that. What do you? I can't even think of the word. Can't even think of the word. But it seems just like, okay, instead of I don't know, Officer Bunny, Officer Hop, whatever her name was,
Officer Hops, Judy Hops.
Officer Hops, Judy Hops. Okay. So it seems like, okay, she is now on the other side of the law now, which could be fun. And I feel like that's, what else do you do really? I mean, you can't do another story where she's a cop and Mr. Fox.
You can just do their investigating another crime. I feel like you could do that forever. They're just oh, we got another crime in this.
But you don't think that would be like? I feel like that suits more of like a Saturday morning cartoon kind of routine for another 2-hour movie, though.
Yeah, no, yeah, you're probably right. I don't know. I just didn't really get any indication of what like a potential plot could be for this. Like I said, like I just saw the creature in the hood, and then they have a snake with them now. Like I can't defer to any alignment change for our characters, like if they're on the wrong side of the law. So what you're saying now, I feel like I didn't even see that because I didn't even feel like they showed anything to that level. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I just didn't even watch the trailer.
Cool. Anything else you want to slide in there on it?
Nothing else because there's
Nothing
really
else.
nothing to talk about on there. I'm sure it'll make a shit ton of money, and lots of families will be happy for that one.
I don't know who drafted that. I don't think
I think it was me.
did. I think it was you. Yeah, it's not on my list.
You only have your own on there. I'll check my
Well,
list. And
I don't know where the
It's under Travis's mattress, I think.
oh, I found it. Okay, cool. Let's see if you do have it. You got it. It's the number 1 on your list, followed by How to Train Your Dragon. Man, you're just billions of dollars. You're just
banked
sitting on
hard
billions.
on that
You
first
did.
Zootopia. I knew I had it. I didn't think it was that high. Wow.
was
Okay,
your
there we
first
go. I'm
pick.
hyped for Zootopia 2 now. That's my most hyped of the year.
There you go.
A trailer that really surprised me and one that I never thought I was going to be checking out, but this trailer kind of sold me on it, was actually the Derry. What's it called?
Welcome to Derry.
Welcome to Derry, yeah. Is this the first trailer we've seen, or we saw like a little quick something in the past?
Might have been a quickie before.
I don't know. I've seen both It movies, like the new ones, not the originals. I thought the first one was tremendous. The second one was kind of a big step down in my mind. It's not a horrible movie, but just a big step down from what the first one was. I just feel like there's more holes in that second one than there is in the first, in my mind. But the idea what this was, I thought it was okay, but I just didn't feel like I was in love enough with that world to like be seeking this out. But this just looks really freaky, and I just thought that it was a really good trailer. Just capturing the unsettling and like spookiness and mystery of what's going on in Derry, especially thinking that this would be in like because this would be like when it started, right? Like in the 60s, like the first, or is
No, because
the
if we
monster
were
it even earlier than that?
the Monster Vic goes back a long
Okay.
time ago. I mean, in the first movie, they talk about how there was a bunch of people that were like the first settlers of the town. There was like the well that was nearby, and they all just disappeared in the town. They don't know what happened.
You're tickling my memory there. That's kind of it's because I just remember seeing like old photos, but I couldn't remember kind of like when that was. Just the first time they see Pennywise, but I don't know. I thought it was a good trailer. I'm not gonna probably jump on it like right away. I think this is one that it's got me interested now, but I think I'm gonna need like some word of mouth to really sell me on it. But
Sunday night reviews gonna be there.
is that a thing?
I mean, it's HBO,
schedule?
right? I'm assuming it'll be.
Oh, it is on it. Okay, because it's Max, I guess, is what the trailer is, which is also through.
So I imagine,
Crave.
Crave. So I figure it'll be Sunday nights unless they change that release up.
Or it'll be like a Creature Commandos thing, and you just can't even access it in Canada. For some reason.
That's right. Releases on Thursday.
Yeah. What do you think? I mean, it sounds like you're pretty sold already. Talking about Sunday.
Madison. It's funny because usually around Halloween time, and just outside of Halloween time too, she'll want to watch It Chapter 1. She really likes that movie. I do too. It's freaky, and they do a really, really good job with it. It's terrifying. Part 2, we don't really watch that much because it's part 2. Although there's some stuff that's good. We aren't running to it, but this, I feel like this captures a lot of what made Chapter 1 great. It made it kind of like engaging and attractive as a movie, with just the dynamic and the spookiness and all these different factors. And so I'm excited for this show very, very much. I'm excited to have Skarsgård back as Pennywise. That's just top tier because he was a fantastic Pennywise the clown, just freaky as all hell. So yeah, just I like the idea of these kids figuring out that something wrong is going on, and I can't imagine it actually going good for them because, I mean, the story goes like we know that Pennywise is still kicking around and is gonna be putting up a fight with the kids in Derry years later, right? So I can't imagine that's going to end well for these kids. I don't think they're going to be
No.
doing like a season 2 or season 3. I think this is going to be just like a limited season, and he's probably going to kill most of them. Maybe one of the kids. Well, judging by the trailer, it looks like the one kid escapes at the start of the trailer. He's like anywhere but Derry, so probably some kids survive and they move away. And we know too, when you're away long enough, you forget about there being a clown in Derry. It's just kind of this
Right.
magic that kind of hits you as you get older. So I'm sure maybe there are some people that survive. Some of the kids make it and they just forget and they never go back. So we'll have to see how that works out. But the tone is great. The people staring in the windows, smiling with a freaky smile. Like I love everything spooky about this trailer. It's so good, and I can't wait. I'll be there to review it for sure. My word of mouth will hopefully sway you around.
Yeah, I'll be. My ears will be waiting for you. The one scene that I wanted to shout out that I thought was just really freaky is when the guy's like fly fishing like in the river, and you just see like the face kind of like getting closer to him. Oh, it's just. Yeah, there's some good juice in there.
The face getting closer. What?
I thought there was like a person in the water. Maybe I was just seeing shit. Maybe maybe I had my brightness too high, and I'm just seeing my own reflection. I was picturing the D-Rex face popping up in the river, but yeah.
Fuck.
Let me know if that pops up there.
Let's see.
Fuck, I should pull it up now, so just to make sure I saw what I saw.
So, okay, so there's some
Or
bubbles.
is it just raging water going towards it? I swear I saw like a nose like in the water.
I see a guy's face being like dunked in the water, but
No, it's like leading up to him fly fishing.
leading up. Okay, so
Maybe Pennywise is getting in my own head.
there he is. Yeah, I don't see
No?
it. I'm curious. Curious.
Interesting. Maybe I got the AI version, the AI trailer. You know, a little bit different. That happens sometimes. Happens to the best of us. Some more than others. I have nothing else on that one. And then the last big juicy one was Predators. Killer of Killers?
Killer of Killers.
I mean, fuck. I'm so hyped for this show, man. I thought the last trailer was amazing. This trailer, it didn't do anything like different than I think the last trailer did for like increasing my hype, but it just looks so good. It's like very similar art style to what Arcane had, like the Netflix League of Legends show, and I thought that was one of the best looking shows I've ever seen. I don't think the animation quality is going to be to like the same standard, but just like the art style of the characters looks pretty similar there. Love the designs of all the characters, of it, like the predators themselves, as well as some of our I guess I'll call them heroes, our humans. And it just looks like it's gonna be an awesome time. There must be like other animated Predator content, hey? Like somewhere out there in the ether. They're like, I haven't heard of them, but in my mind I'm just like, there's no way there hasn't been any animated. Like I know there's comic books, but like,
Yeah, they did a Alien versus Predator animated series,
there you
and it was never released. It got locked up in
Oh.
a vault. So
Under
Disney,
Travis's mattress.
yes, that's right. It's locked away, and people have been wanting to get it out, but it's not coming out. They put out some images of them working on it or something like that, and yeah, so that's about it. I don't think there's any other Predator animations.
I mean, it's crazy then that like it's 2025 and like we're finally getting some animated Predator content. It just seems like it pairs so well that you can like really do some tremendous just action sequences and go to different areas of the world, different time eras. So I think this is just a really, really sweet pairing. It reminds me of like the first time I saw like a Star Wars Visions trailer. It's just like, why did we wait so long to get this? You know, like this is just such a great idea. And lower budget than doing like a full big screen release. So I think this is so fantastic, and hopefully this is just like the start of something new. You know, to quote High School Musical. I'm hoping that this does really well. I don't know numbers wise, but maybe just critically. I guess numbers is what pushes the needle at the end of the day. But I hope this is like a spark of we're going for, and we're going to start doing these like more animated adventures. And like, fuck, it doesn't even just have to be Predator. It could be other could be like xenomorphs and stuff. But let's start with predators at least. And I think the predator fits better because it is a more action heavy type of character, whereas like the xenomorph can like do action, but I think there's just so much more to the suspense of those movies, especially around that threat, than there is with the what are they called? Uatus? Oh, that's the Watcher.
Yeah, the Yautja.
Yautja. Yeah, okay. I'm sure there's a predator called Uatu.
Oh, yeah.
He's doing his own watching, but yeah, I mean, I don't really have anything like specific to shout out. Maybe at the end, the one predator that has like the crazy dreads that are just like, it looks like a cape. When it looks like the one human guy, he's got like some sort of prisoner collar on, and then he's just asking like what happens next, and then it looks like this predator's kind of leading him out into the hunting fields or whatever the hell it is. But yeah, sweet trailer. I'm so hyped for this. This is right up my my hype list.
Yeah, so that first trailer, it got me pretty pumped up. We're getting 3 different stories here in 3 different time periods, and when I was watching this trailer, I totally forgot that we're getting like the World War era plane pilot flying and dealing with a predator flying in a ship, just kind of hunting them. And I thought, wow, that is so cool. That is really, really cool. And then yeah, the samurai assassin kind of vibes, and then we get the Viking era too. So we're hitting some heavy eras here, and the violence is it's going to be super fun. It's animated, so they can kind of go excessive with it, but I'm looking forward to this, to see the 3 different predators and how they're going to be handling the situations, and the way they set up these different scenes too. Like when that ninja is like running atop of on the roofs, and he throws a smoke grenade, he jumps back, and you can see the predator. He's cloaked, but you can see him like in the smoke, his shadow, and he whips his throwing knives at them. Like, that's so cool.
Why do they do that more often when they're fighting the predator? You know, just like throw mud and throw the shit bucket at him, like just
get some shit on there.
Something to
That's
reveal
right.
him.
You can smell him coming. But yeah, I think I think that this trailer, it's fantastic. It really, really is. I can't wait. This comes out the same weekend as the Switch 2, so it's going to be a busy weekend. But yeah, this is a movie, and it's just super cool to see. What was it? Like you highlighted the characters, like, oh, what happens after, like, you know, we survive, and you see the one boy, he's got like this collar around his neck, and then you see this predator with a trophy cape, and what speculation is that maybe people are really speculating that we're going to get an alien crossover in here in some shape or form, and people see this cape on this predator, and people are thinking like, oh, well, that's got to be like xenomorph tails that make up the cape, which it could be, but yeah, ultimately this just looks like it's going to be a good time, and I'm excited to see if it's going to have some kind of allusion or segue into Predator Badlands, some kind of nod. I don't know, but yeah, I think you'll be definitely be getting a review for this. I'm looking forward to it.
Oh yeah, I'll be there too, as long as the scheduling. Because what's the release on this?
June 6th or 5th. It's
Oh, it is June 6th. I remember.
June 6th. Yeah.
Okay. There you go. Coming up soon, actually.
Coming up very
What is
soon.
that,
Yeah,
2
like
weeks
2 weeks. 2 weeks.
Fuck yeah, that's pretty hype, actually.
Yeah, I cannot wait.
Nice. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, I think that's all the trailers.
That is all the trailers. And anything else you want to add, or should we mosey on?
No. Let's go. Let's mosey.
Okay. All right, we're gonna take probably maybe our last ad break. Maybe we'll see. We'll be right back. And we are back. All right, we're dipping our toes into the Marvel Cinematic Universe right now with Spider-Man: Brand New Day. Now, we all know Spider-Man has villains, but which villains is the question? Oh yeah. So, in this movie, it looks like it could be featuring Scorpion, Tombstone, and Boomerang. Discuss.
And then little asterisks to what you just said. According to a sizzle reel shown at Disney Blockbuster Consumer Products panel, so it might not be official, but a leak or concept.
That's right.
I will discuss now, though. I mean, I think this is really hype. I like diving into, I think, the more common street level like Spidey characters, especially just coming off the adventures that we were already on with Spidey, and just the world events, like the world ending events that kind of he was participating in. It would be really nice to jump into this, pun intended, brand new day with Spider-Man and just be into that like friendly neighborhood realm. I really want that movie to be focused just on that idea of it being a more grounded. And I mean, I love the character of Scorpion. I think, and even Tombstone, actually, I never really cared for that character, but like coming off of what was it called, Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, I think that's like that's probably one of the best like representations of the character of Scorpion, of just like as a villain. I'm sure, that might be a hot take, but it like the character was just so terrifying, even though he was still a street level character. So I think they just kind of showed how possible it is to make a street character who's like normally just a side villain that, Spidey he takes out on his own really easily on one Saturday morning cartoon, 20-minute episode. But I think in that show they just showed like how unmanageable he could be for someone just Spider-Man on his own. And then Tombstone, that's just a really, really interesting character setup that we got introduced to in that show. I won't say too much in case people haven't seen that show. Go watch Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. It's an amazing Spider-Man story. The one wild card in here though is Boomerang. I must have seen him at some point, but like even when I pulled up images of Boomerang, like he just didn't stand out that much to me. He reminded me of like a character from like Invincible or something, just with his outfit. It just seems really stand outy. But I don't know. I mean, I'm down for Scorpion and Tombstone, so might as well just throw Boomerang in there. And I think this wouldn't necessarily be, and again, it's a potential leak or just rumor. It's nothing too solid. But I think just having like, if we are trying to keep in that grounded villain route, I think having more is fun. Just because it makes the threat a little bit higher without having someone like, I don't know, like fucking Galactus, that he has to take on his own. Like it makes more sense if we have a couple of little bit, air quote lesser villains. But I think it's really cool, and my hype for Scorpion I think is, I don't want to say peaking, because it probably peaked like the first time I got introduced to the character back in the day, especially just finding out like the tie to J. Jonah Jameson and just like that stuff. I think that's probably when my Scorpion stuff peaked, but I want to say the flame got reignited by going through Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. And then for Tombstone, it's also just a really cool looking character. I mean, for kind of all these guys except Boomerang, I'm not sold. I don't think he looks that cool yet, but I mean, I just need one good story to sell me. Maybe Boomerang's gonna be my new Spider-Man, my new favorite Spider-Man villain. Who knows? At the end of the day, it all goes down to the script and what they're able to kind of write around these characters. But this doesn't in any means like bring down my hype or anything. Like I'm definitely not gonna be like, oh man, they're not doing Venom in here, or I guess you can make the argument that. Like someone like Hobgoblin probably would have got me more excited. Like I think there is villains that would have got me more excited, but I still think this is a thumbs up news piece to be a little reading here. So yeah, for me, I'm pretty freaking solid okay with this, if this is the case. And just thinking about the other pieces of the puzzle that are in play, like we got Sadie Sink attached to this project, like just thinking about like all these other things that I know that are in the project, and if we throw some things like this in there, it's like I just kind of start thinking in my mind on like how this is going to be looking, and it's tough to piece together because this is really mystery, I think at this stage. But yeah, thumbs up for me on this one.
I was just reading about Boomerang Man. I've never heard of this character before, to my knowledge.
Boomerang Man? That's his name? It's not just Boomerang?
Maybe it is Boomerang. Yeah, okay.
Ignore
the
know.
man
I'm just
part.
asking. If it's Boomerang Man,
I think you're right. I just added the man. Frederick Myers is his name, though.
Okay.
Interesting here, though, because it talks about, where was it? Boomerang tried to kill Spider-Man to impress the Kingpin and hopefully work for him. However, he was defeated and arrested. Myers later helped the Punisher escape from prison, but then the Punisher betrayed him and got him recaptured.
You know what this character is starting to remind me of, actually, just with those couple lines you just said? This fucker. This fucking guy, and I have no reason to believe that he'd
Travis
be
is
anything
watching
like
for
this.
sure
And
now.
I just realized too, because Travis made this, didn't he? Look at this fucking
Yeah, he
guy
made
spelled
it.
again. A Guyan. My God, if you're gonna make a meme, at least type it right. My gosh.
Oh my god. Oh, I didn't notice that.
Yeah,
Holy shit.
There you go. Putting some hate on this. You can enter our room, drop some videos. I can criticize his memes that he makes, and I also
Yeah.
hate that meme. So it's not a personal attack against Travis. I just hate that character at Bullseye.
So you think Boomerang and Bullseye, they both obviously share a common hobby, I guess.
Trying to impress Kingpin. You know.
They're trying to, yeah, that's exactly right. God damn. But yeah, this news excites me. I'm definitely all for. I am all for the fact of getting a Scorpion in here after seeing Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, the animated show on Disney Plus, which is just this fantastic animated show. Scorpion was terrifying, and just seeing how Spider-Man was trying to handle taking him down, it was multiple fights, and it was a damn good time. So I'm all for that. Tombstone, I'm on the Tombstone hype as well because now I get to see like one of his origin stories with Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man as well. So these are characters that they've expanded upon a little bit. So I'm very much looking forward to it if that is the real deal, because they've not appeared in live action before. So I mean, yeah, let's do it up. Let's get it. The only other Tombstone I saw was in Into the Spider-Verse. I haven't seen a Tombstone in any other medium. I mean, I wasn't there for any of the Spider-Man retros because you did that, right? One of the
No, I
animated
wasn't even a
shows?
part of that. That was Kyle, Dylan, Travis. I think
Okay.
it was just the three of them in there.
Okay, then I'm
'Cause
sure
I think
there's
that was
lots
like
of
an
it
in
there.
between when I was like in Alberta or something. Like I wasn't. I don't know. I like to think that, or they just didn't invite me. Those fuckers. They're like, let's just make sure when Kirkland's busy, we'll record these.
That's right. That's right. But yeah, I'm totally down to get more of a focus on those characters. I think it's yeah, there's a lot to explore, and yeah, like you said, street level. We know he's working the streets now, so let's get some street level villains in there, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. Cool. I just see if there's any questions about Spider-Man. No, it doesn't look like it. Okay, so anything else you want to add to that?
No, we're good.
No. Okay. I'll just make a quick note in here. So our next topic is diving into the X-Men. Now, these are all C tier, so don't get fucking excited, okay? Just chill the fuck out. Calm down. These
Okay, sorry.
these X-Men casting rumors. So, Coleman Domingo and Bryan Cranston for Professor X. What do you think of that?
Sorry, you said two names for one character there?
It's like Coleman Domingo and Bryan Cranston for Professor X. One of those two, not both at the same time.
Like one of them's the voice, one of them's like the character. They have like
Fuck, could you
Bryan
imagine?
Cranston in the chair, and then just Coleman Domingo's voice. Yeah, I don't think that's a good idea. At
That'd
all.
be so strange.
I like. I mean, obviously, I like both those actors, and yeah, these are C tiers. I feel like if I have to choose one or the other, I think I would do Bryan Cranston, and in my mind, I still think like there's better options for Professor X. I think Coleman would be fantastic, but I'm still kind of like in the back of my mind, like he's currently what the fuck's his name? Mr. Osborn, Norman, from Friendly Neighborhood, and then in my mind, I'm like, oh, they'll just cast him in the live action version of that character. So I think I'm still kind of holding on to that hope. So in that situation, he's kind of preoccupied. He wouldn't be also donning the chair that is Charles. I knew it was. Look at he's butt ass naked too. There you go for the video viewers. This guy. We gotta put up like a password on our room. We keep getting ransacked here.
Jesus Christ.
So yeah, I think in my situation there, Coleman Domingo is still Norman. So he's not gonna be Dr. X, and I definitely think Bryan Cranston could do it, but yeah, like I already said, I think there's potentially better options out there, and who those better options could be. Ooh, probably should have stewed on that a little bit. I don't know. What do you think about those two names? While I think about it,
I can't think of a better option right now, but I will say you make a good point on Domingo, but it wouldn't be the first time we've seen actors and actresses play different MCU characters.
True.
Bryan Cranston, though, I would like to see a Bryan Cranston as Professor X.
Yeah.
The shaved head, we got halfway there with Breaking Bad, so just put him in a wheelchair, and then we've got
He's
it.
got the Heisenberg like hat and everything. He's like
Yeah, with the glasses too. So I'm down. I'm down to see Cranston and see what he can bring as a Professor X. Yeah. Any luck thinking of who you'd want?
No. I'm just thinking of goofy picks now. You know, like I got the great
Oh my
John
God.
Voight. Just like our characters walk in to meet Dr. X and he just spins in his chair, gives us that look. My God. Oh, goosebumps. Goosebumps. No,
God
I can't think
damn.
of anyone else.
Okay, cool. Well, we have another potential casting here. Daisy Edgar Jones for Jean Grey. Yes, please. Yes, please.
Yeah, yes, please. I think I'll agree with you on that. I really haven't seen her. I don't think in anything beyond Twisters, because I never saw. Is it the Crawdads? Like that
Yeah, where
movie?
the crawdads sing, which I highly
Yeah.
recommend. You should watch that with Shay.
Yeah, is it fucked up and depressing? And
It's not depressing. It has it's a good
fucked
story.
up.
It's a good story.
you didn't counter me when I said fucked up, so it's pretty fucked up.
It could be fucked up to some people, but I
Interesting.
think it's a good movie. I want to read the
Yeah.
book.
Oh, okay, it's a book series. Or
Well,
just
not
one
book series, just one
big
book,
novel.
yeah. One novel, yeah.
It's like a graphic novel. It's just like a comic book.
Comic. Yeah. God damn.
I mean, yeah, like I've heard good things, and then after watching Twisters, I really liked her in it, so I think I do want to seek out more stuff with her in it. And I mean, if she's playing the role of Jean Grey, I'm sure I would be watching that film no matter who's in the role, and if she's a part of it, I think that'd be even better there. Jean, I think I'll always like Jean as an X-Men character. I was gonna say I feel like she's fallen down in my like just rankings of X-Men characters that I enjoy, just because we've seen so many versions of her, and especially when it comes to live action, they haven't been the best. And I think that's putting it lightly. But I don't know. I'll never give up hope. They're always gonna be doing Jean stories. So if you get a really great actress like Daisy Edgar Jones, it definitely doesn't do anything in the sense of like bringing hype further down. So yeah, I don't know. I'm a lot more thumbs up on this one, I think, versus the Coleman Domingo, Bryan Cranston, Heisenberg pairings for I almost said Lex Luthor. My gosh, what's his name? Xavier. There you go. I got Nicholas Hoult in my mind now. Give me the weird faces from that trailer.
Yeah, I think Daisy Edgar Jones is perfect for Jean Grey. I absolutely love that. I just have her in the Marvel universe would be fantastic. So let's make it happen.
Make it happen.
Make it happen. Daniel Day-Lewis for Magneto. Now Travis wanted me to say that this is definitely happening.
Definitely happening. You gave.
No, I'm
I'm gonna say absolutely no. This is not happening. I don't know anything about Daniel Day-Lewis other than he played Lincoln and he's like one of the best actors of all time. I've probably seen him in something, but like I think last time I was on his IMDb, if I was smart, I probably would have pulled it up right now so I could confirm that. But it just seemed like a lot of movies that are long, dry, and boring. Probably gonna get some flack for that comment. I have no doubts that he's a phenomenal actor, and I'm sure he could bring a performance of a lifetime to the character Magneto. But I also just haven't heard of anything that he's been in lately, and it's probably due to me just not really focusing on those types of movies that he's usually a part of. But yeah, I'm gonna say a big thumbs down on the bullshit meter on this one for me. That's list level of believability. That might still
There you
happen.
go. God damn.
Wait a minute. Okay, I thought it said season 3 trailer, whatever. So I'm like, oh, there's still hope.
Season 3.
There's actually a clip from season 3.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I've never saw Lincoln. I don't think I've seen any of his movies. I never saw Last of the Mohicans. But I remember going to the movie store back in the day and always seeing the cover art for that and thinking, oh, it looks
It's a very
looks
famous
cool.
name, Daniel Day-Lewis. Like, I feel like I hadn't seen his face, but I had heard that name so many times for like years.
Yeah, I'm probably in a similar boat to you with that actually. But yeah, well, as Travis said, it's not happening.
Well, they said it is happening.
I was joking. I was trying to piss him off when he listens to this.
Gangs of New York. I have seen that movie. It's been a long time, so I'm pretty fuzzy on it, but apparently he's a part of that one.
Oh, okay.
68-year-old man. Okay.
68 years old.
He's hitting his prime, man.
Yeah, that's right. 60s. Okay.
That noise. You remind me of like the start of Dune when you have like the throat singers like dreams or memories from the past or whatever the fucking prophetic message is.
Anything else you want to add to Magneto?
No.
No. Okay, so we've got Storm, played by the lovely Cynthia Erivo. Now, she was in Wicked. You've seen Wicked, right?
No.
Oh my fucking goodness. You gotta watch it. You've seen Bad Times at the El Royale, though.
I have. She's a part of that one?
It says she's in there. I haven't seen Bad Times at the El Royale, so I need to watch that. But
Interesting. Yeah, I
she's in
mean,
there.
I mean, yeah, I've seen Bad Times at the El Royale. I didn't know that she was an actress, actually, because I feel like last time I've seen her was at the Grammys when she performed, and she's a really phenomenal singer, really talented. It's just tough, though, because I haven't seen Bad Times at the El Royale. I don't remember that character at all, though, thinking back on it. So it's tough for me to, like, judge her acting ability. Is she, like, the main, like, witch lady in Wicked?
Yeah, she plays.
Okay.
What is her name? It's not Agnes. I can't remember.
Wicked Witch of the West.
Yes. Yeah.
Is that the character? That's the same character?
That's the same character. Yeah.
Oh. Neat. I mean, yeah, you've seen Wicked. You love that movie. What do you think about this casting?
It's great. I think it's perfect. I think
Yeah.
she'd be fantastic. She's a really, really good actress. I really, really like her. I've not seen her in anything else, but she was just fantastic as the witch. I can't remember her name. God damn it.
You want me to throw you a line? Elphaba?
Alpha. Oh, I'm gonna butcher it.
Don't like that name.
I wanted to say Alphabel, but
Alphaba.
Alphaba. You're on the right track though.
That's a horrible name.
Yeah, it's a little tricky. But yeah, let's make this happen. I think that's a great poll.
She's so hot right now. You know, she's cooking up some Wicked movies.
Yeah, she's coming back for Wicked Part 2. Wicked for Good, I think is what it's called. So I think this is a great idea. I'm on board with probably all of them that we just talked about.
Daniel Day. You'll take him?
Sure. I mean, I haven't seen him in anything
I would
else.
take him. So yeah, to eat my own words. Never mind.
Yeah, I'm down with that. I can't think of anyone else that I would switch these characters or these actors out for. So I'm on board with it.
Nice.
Yeah, and we have a question here from Charlie Randall again. What do you guys think about the buzz around Jamie Lawson doing Storm? Also, who would be your top 3 actors that have or have not been mentioned to play an X-Men character?
Jamie Lawson. She looks so familiar. What have I seen her? Oh, she's in Sinners. Okay. She's also in the Batman. Is she the mayor in the Batman? Is that who this character is? I think we talked about this on the Sinners review with Travis and I.
Let's see.
She was really good in everything I've seen her in. I was gonna say I like this one more than the than the last one that we talked about, Cynthia. Whatever her last name is, I apologize. Just because I can actually judge her, I think, on a project that I've seen in the past. But I mean, yeah, to get back to the the other question, or sorry, let me pull up what the actual question was. What do you guys think about the buzz around? I mean, yeah, I'm buzzing just by seeing that right now. I'm buzzing, so I'm all for that. And then in terms of my top 3 actors that have or have not been mentioned to play an actor, to play an X-Men character, I feel like top of my head, I'm gonna pull up his name because I don't remember right now. This is going to be a really fresh off the top list here, Charlie, so I hope that is okay for you. First name on my list, I'm going to shout out Jacob Elordi. I don't see this guy in enough projects. Ever since what the fuck is it? Saltburn. I felt like in my mind I just thought he was going to be just popping off and everywhere, and I just love him in these roles that I've been seeing him in. Even those super awful Netflix rom-com movies that Shay absolutely loves. I think it's called The Kissing Booth, and they're like awful movies. But you know, he's pretty all right in there. Big 6'5" monster. I feel like we could easily get him in many different X-Men suits. So that's the first name on my list. Who else do I got? Do you have a list here, Taylor?
I will pitch Richard E. Grant, also from Saltburn. I'd like to get him in there.
Oh damn, Richard E.
Yeah,
Grant.
I don't know who
yeah.
I'd have him play, but I'm sure there's an
Fuck yeah.
X-Men that he could play.
I like that a lot.
Maybe a beast. He'd be a good beast.
Maybe another beast, yeah. And like again with Jacob Elordi, like I no idea who he would be playing. I can picture him I can see him being a character that I've seen already, like whether it's just a big bulk guy, big CGI character. It could be many different things. The other one that comes to mind, and this is, I feel like we've talked about this in the past, maybe not. Probably wouldn't do it because they don't have the balls, but Hunter Schafer. Get Hunter Schafer in there. She'd be just fantastic in many different mutant roles. Just really great actress. And yeah, last thing I saw her in was really not good. It was Cuckoo. Did you ever watch that movie?
No, I never saw that one.
Yeah, you don't have to. It's very forgettable. It did not meet the hype that I was hoping for it. And then the last one that I can picture his face, but I can't remember his name. Let me do a quick little Google search here. Brandon Pereira, Angel Torres from Nope. Remember this guy? He's like the audiovisual guy who's like helping them with the security cameras. This guy. Another one that I'm sure I've seen him since Nope, but just hasn't been popping up in enough things. And just very charismatic character. And again, I can see him be playing like many different type of X-Men. So that would be my 3 that I would pin right now. It was a fresh list there, Charlie. That was fresh for you.
I like that. I like that pick a lot. Let's
What do you got for me? You need an ad break to kill the time? It won't help you at all. Because the ad breaks are instantly for us. But
I'm going to say Bill Skarsgård. Let's get him in there.
okay.
And then last but not least...
And what was your first one again? You had
Richard E. Grant, yeah.
Fantastic.
My next one would be who do we got?
Clock's
here?
ticking.
Clock is
10
ticking.
seconds. Ending the stream. 10 seconds.
Let's go with.
Give you a 10-second edition.
We're gonna go with Diego Luna.
Oh, Diego Luna.
Coming off that
go.
Andor hype.
He's got nothing going on, you know.
He's got nothing going
I'm sure
on,
he
that's
does, but Andor-wise, nope. He's good to go.
Mhm.
Fuck yeah, I like it.
Let's put him in there. I don't know who has, but it's
Yeah.
someone. Cool.
I can't think of anyone for Diego, but he's fantastic, so I'll take it.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, I think that's all the questions. So that is it. Anything else you want to add, or did we hit it?
No. It was a clean cut. We did
Clean
good.
cut. Cool. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, yes, links below. You can find us on whatever podcast app or listener device you use. And yeah, we'll be back later this week with Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning. Oh my God! It's finally here. So
get this background going.
there you go. Yeah,
That's kind of
So,
cool, actually. We just
it is
see the
cool. Just his reflection. Yeah. So yeah, stay tuned for that, and we'll see you guys in the search bar. Have a good one.
Bye bye.